All right,
Perhaps.
Reptar, we are recording and streaming.
Let's
Good.
go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another night of fun, excitement, and of course, free money, because you know how we get down here. So as we troubleshoot the issue with the tip bot, because we are definitely going to be making it rain before the stream is over, we will get back to you guys on that.
Hey, if
But
if you're tuning in live on Twitter or X or YouTube or Twitch, get your butt over in Discord because we're like right now we're just starting. We're giving away stuff. Get over here in our Discord.
right now, yes, tip bot is just not working. I
Tip,
don't know what the
tip,
issue is.
Hackett, tip, bot.
Tipbot's usually our friend. It never betrays us, and now here we are. But guys, welcome back. I literally don't know where to start because today has just been
It's
so
going to be a
crazy.
short game night because there is absolutely nothing going on.
Yeah, we're just gonna check in, check out, guys. I mean, that's it. But oh my gosh, I mean, I don't even know where to start. But yeah, elephant in the room. We already talked about the alien thing a little bit before on the before the stream started. But there we go, guys. I posted the video in chat if you guys are interested. Definitely spooky stuff. But speaking of aliens, we are gonna be having some aliens of our own here pretty soon in the coming months after we mint
Speaking of
our NFTs, boys. And not just any
speaking of
NFT.
aliens, the
Not
Homeland
just any
Security
NFT.
director is getting impeached.
Ooh. Well, I mean, after you get the SEC's Twitter hacked, I mean, you better.
Well, that's a different thing. That's Homeland Security because of the border crisis.
Oh. Well, geez.
So yeah, Hackett, Pluto Alliance. Not exactly.
No. So speaking of aliens, so guys, we've obviously been, talking about the upcoming mint for a while, but you guys have been patiently waiting. We this week, I met with the devs again and kind of made sure everything was on track. They have literally everything that they need according to them. So we are just kind of waiting. I don't like waiting. Waiting is never fun, but they assure me that everything is being taken care of and being worked on. So, um, in the meantime, me and your boy Giro are going to be kind of ramping up the marketing campaign. We're going to be starting to list on things like, NFT calendar, just so people can kind of see that we're launching. People that maybe aren't in our community and just in the general vicinity. Me and Giro are going to be hitting Twitter very, very hard. So, we know that we got some OGs in here that, are here every week. So if you guys could really push that out here.
There
um,
might be some incentives in the giveaway channel for Twitter or X engagement.
Just tag
ooh.
1,000 people.
But yeah, guys, I mean, this is it. Like we're this isn't just gonna be your average NFT project. The past month, you've noticed we've kind of been a little more absent than we have been in the past. But I assure you, even today, and last night, to be honest, we added more revenue generators to the community pool. Like we are constantly building this thing out. We're adding more and more. Eventually we're going to have some more information to show you guys kind of like exactly how much is in there, not dollar amounts necessarily, but like what projects we're invested in. And you guys are going to be able to kind of see a little bit more of what we've actually been putting together behind the scenes because within the first few weeks of the mint, we are going to be doing the first revenue distribution for our holders because we know that that's what everyone has been waiting for. And every day we do a little bit of, we check the math and we're doing all these different things to make sure that this is A, profitable, which I'm sure everybody wants, and B, sustainable. That's the main thing with this, guys, is we want to we want to be able to make sure we can keep doing this. And we're setting things up now, again, with our own money, because we haven't minted yet. And we're going to be adding all these different things that we can to make sure that there are significant revenue generators in these pools. Guys, we are quite literally invested in almost every major chain that is worth anything. What are we giving away for the first prize for the first Rumble? That is a great question. We were just gonna give away straight Solana tonight because I wanted to brag a little bit about what we got going on with that, but yeah, again, we're still waiting for the thing. So we could do some alluvium disc, we could do a blueprint, or we can do.
Let's do a blueprint. I got plenty of those still from the alluvium blueprint mint. What was somebody was saying something about hang on to some blueprints because tier 2 blueprints or I don't, what was that all about? I didn't quite catch it. Does anybody remember?
What I'm wondering is if you're going to be able to burn the smaller blueprints into the bigger ones. I'm not sure if that's what they meant, but they are being a little cryptic about. I think they were not necessarily upset, but maybe shocked about how low the floor price went after they minted them. So I'm sure they're probably trying to add some kind of special little bonus for the people who hold on to them.
I guess I just so the floor I think ended up being about what, $4?
Yeah. I think it's hovering around like 2 or 3 now, which is crazy because we expected them to be a lot more. But there's two things that I want to just briefly touch about with that. Was one of them was first of all, they minted way less than they expected to. Like, not everybody that was supposed to mint actually did.
Well, they
So
still
the
have
supply,
3 weeks.
yeah, so the supply was way lower than they thought it was going to be, which is another reason why I'm surprised that the floor is so low. But the other thing is they were all supposed to be unique, and that I don't think ended up happening, or maybe they have to implement it later. But as of right now, they're all the same. So, and everybody that wanted one got 15 of them because they own the land. So I think right now there's just a huge there's so many of them out there and so little demand, but I think that's going to drastically change as we especially as we get closer and closer to a bull market. I mean, like, this is it, guys. Like,
Uh-oh,
we've been
hold the phones,
spending.
hold the phones.
Oh my god, no way. It was Scorchman. Scorchman got it.
What I do?
You don't even know what you did, Scorchman. Scorchman,
Okay,
you don't even know what you did.
Give it to me, babe.
Scorchman
Oh,
stabbed
Scorchman.
JC3 with the cucumber. What an unfortunate series of events.
And he won the
And he
whole damn
won.
thing.
Ah,
Oh my god. Okay, tell Scorchman what he won in case he doesn't remember.
Scorchman, do you remember what you won?
there was something that was very generous of you to tie to that, but I don't want to jump
I'll
the
let
gun
me
there.
let me screen cap it. So you won a special NFT.
I remember.
You won
I'm jealous.
this guy right here.
Speaking of the NFT, the man who created them are down in the audience.
That's
too.
right. So Code Compiler, you see him in our audience there if you're watching the stream here.
The
This-
first time Coach shows up in months and somebody wins the.
Yeah,
the-
Code has been sleeping 2 hours a night while he
Yeah,
compiles.
that's no shade on Code, by the way. That's
Yeah.
him working his ass off on his game and project.
We were just happy that.
JC.
Yep. So congratulations, Scorchman. It did not take a year and a half to claim this bounty.
Yeah.
So
and
yeah,
I won the Rumble as well. What is that?
it's called winning, winning, winning. So right now,
No, dude, no, huge win. I mean, the floor on those, I mean, it's been fluctuating, but I mean, huge win on that. Congratulations, Scorchman.
so I'll say like
Thank
I
you
did
very
last
much.
week, and even without Code in the audience, but don't dump this on the floor. Like put it at
no, I'm waiting.
put it at
I'm
three
waiting.
ETH, and if you want to accept a private offer or something, fine, but don't just dump it on the floor. Code has been busting his ass for the last forever, and he's been super generous giving these away. And as soon as somebody wins one, they put it on the floor, and the floor right now is like half an ETH. So I mean, I guess I don't blame him
It's
a little
point
bit,
five
but
seven eight. It's $1,500.
yeah, and I guess I understand that, but the guy's trying to build his project, and he wants the floor up, and people are just dumping because they're taking advantage of his generosity. So that's all I'll say about that. You do you.
Yep, and we can't force you guys to do one thing or the other, but
That's just a recommendation.
yeah. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
and
Scorch, you know the
dude,
drill. Open the ticket I need for that. I'll send that to you on ETH, and then your Illuvium wallet.
Very good.
love that. So yeah, getting back to the alluvium mint and stuff and what happened with that. So as you guys know, a big part of what we're doing with the community pool is going to be coming from the alluvium megacity. However, I do want to give a shout out to JC, who just amassed 10 alluvium from the rewards that he generously donated to the community pool as well. So, guys, we are constantly adding some stuff. We'll talk a little bit more about kind of what else we put in there later. But we are every single day adding to this thing. Every single day we're generating yield and we're putting it into this pool. And
Well, and that's where the
you know,
Illuvium came from. You know, you guys who have been here know we've been a part of the Illuvium ecosystem for over a year, and we showed it last week over the course of our time here in this group, just taking advantage of the advice from Reptar and other people in the group that are in the Illuvium ecosystem. I bought some Illuvium and staked it, and it's been generating rewards. And so, as we on the Alpha Origins team said back when we started, is we're gonna put stuff in that generates for the community. And so that the 10 alluvium that was generated went to the community wallet. And you know what? Something, and we'll talk about this later, but the beauty of our project, yeah, well, negative range, negative. Bounty on the I tell you what, if you find the guy that stole my stuff and give me his home address, yeah, we'll talk. But we're super flexible in what we can do with the funds in our community pool. So while I was able to put 10 generated alluvium in the pool, we don't have to keep it in alluvium when the yield there is only 3%. And that's all I'll say about that. We'll tease that for later.
oh yeah, guys, because as you know, we're very spread out. Like a lot of it is in GameFi. Yes, we love GameFi. But there is a
Maybe not
lot
the
that
user, but
there's a lot out there. As far as layer twos, decentralized exchanges, different farming, staking. Like there's so much
Nodes.
out there. Nodes. Yeah, great. And it's just there's so much. It's hard to kind of keep track, but we over the past couple years during this bear market, it's given us nothing but time to research these things to really kind of understand um, what are going to be the winning projects, what's going to be sustainable long term, and where can we take a good amount of money now and make it a really good amount of money later.
Well,
And
hey,
that's
everybody in here, everybody on stage, everybody in the audience, everybody watching, we all took our lumps this bear market. I don't know about y'all, but I got my ass kicked on a lot of these NFT projects. But you know what? That loss paid for a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience.
for sure. And not only that, but the ones that you do win on, it almost just makes up for it. Like there are so many projects that are doing well now that as we move in, DJ should be on shortly, guys, to talk a little bit about what happened today with the ETF approval. But yeah, that's the thing, guys. Like we are at very low risk for everything we're doing because we set up everything early. And I really, really want, and I know I kind of sound like a broken record for those of you who've been here, but I really just try to drill this in that, like, yes, you guys might be getting 10, $20 per NFT maybe every time we do a drop, which will be frequent but random as we they will be random drops. However, we're not going to wait 6 months in between each drops. I'll just say that. But my point is they will be substantial and people are going to be really happy about them. But think about what those are going to look like when the market's 10x. Like our money's already in and we're already generating and we're just compounding interest right now. And I think everyone's going to be really excited when you guys finally get that first drop. Range,
Jigs!
love that from that show. What is it? It's kind of
That's
a freak.
Luna from like Hotel or like Castle Transylvania or something.
So Jigs
Yeah.
26.2. Jigs is a marathon man. I do marathons on Netflix.
Yeah.
Jigs,
Love that.
congratulations. So I'm sure you've won before, but here's the
Jigs.
the Jigs is up. That's right. That's what she said. So Jigs, if you'll go into the support channel and open a ticket, and because it's an Illuvium blueprint, if you'll give me in that ticket, yeah, if you ran a 50-mile you're insane. You can. I won't even drive a 50-mile race.
I will. I'll do it easily. The Jigs is up when you fake being gay to get at the girls' sleepover party.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, moving
ridiculous.
on.
So Jigs, open a ticket in support and give me your ETH address that is linked to your Illuvium account. And if you don't have that, just let me know in the ticket, and I'll tell you how to get that done. And we'll get you a blueprint, like Reptar talked about last week. Yeah, hack it. Like Reptar talked about last week. If you're not in the Illuvium ecosystem, this is a good way to kind of dip your toes in. We've been giving away Illuvium discs. We're giving away some blueprints now. I don't know, maybe after our mint, maybe we'll give away something a little more substantial from Illuvium. Some of our Platinum Pass holders have already gotten a few substantial winnings from some of our projects, so who knows?
And that's the thing, guys. I'm so excited for everybody to be able to kind of have their NFTs, because then, Platinum Pass holders will be for everybody, not just the people who supported us early. We have been really trying to give those incentives for the people who supported us for our early access, and we're going to continue to keep giving you guys tokens of our appreciation, figuratively and literally.
And
but
that's
yeah, guys,
something else we want to mention is that yes, we're going to be doing airdrops. Like you'll get randomly, you'll get crypto for holding our project, and that will be random, and the values will be random, and the time will be random, and it's not a return. It's just a, hey, you know what? Thanks for supporting our project. We're going to give you something. But we're also going to be. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, JC.
I was going to say, we're also going to be giving away big prizes. And in order to be in those giveaways, like we will have, right now we have Platinum Pass holder giveaways. We will have pass holder giveaways. Everyone that holds an NFT will be eligible to enter the giveaway. And thus far, what have we given away? We gave away a Phantom Galaxies small asteroid, which is a revenue-generating planet. What else have we given away? Somebody else help me here.
We've already given away at least thousands of dollars for that. We've given away the shrapnel passes. We did the oh no, Hackett. Yes, get in there. You have the special role as well. Yeah, we did
a rare space from Big Time, which generates. A rare space will generate cracked hourglasses, which is you break down for Big Time token. That's a cryptocurrency that you can exchange for cash if you need to. So I mean, that's the plan. Everyone who holds an NFT will be eligible for these, in addition
And
to the random airdrops. So, yeah, Ash, nice. You've been renting it out. Outstanding.
no, that's awesome. And quick touch on big time. I know that we've been playing big time for a long time. Some of you guys might be getting burned out. Some of you maybe not. It's not a bad idea to rent right now, guys, just because there's other projects doing other things. And you don't want to get too burned out on just one of these games, right? Like none of these games are finished. Like that's the dirty little secret that nobody really talks about in this space is none of these games are really even close to being done. So like what you're playing is an unfinished product. So that can only be so much fun, right? Like if a game's not finished, then it's not going to be fun. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind while you guys are, playing some of these early access games. There is a lot of work that needs to go into these still, but the good news is a lot of them are still profitable. You still make a lot of money on them. So
I didn't tell anybody this earlier. So, Scorchman, you did ask me how I'm doing on the leaderboard. So I checked. My current rank is rank 210, which is a far cry from 100. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make 100 by Friday, and that's okay. I'm still going to be in the 25,000 big time reward.
Congrats.
So
that's
I'm pretty.
25,000 big time token,
Which
guys.
currently, what is that, 40-ish cents? So we're looking at 10 grand in
And guys,
rewards.
I would honestly, JC, obviously not non-financial advice. I would hold 10,000 of them and wait till it hits $1.
Oh,
And just,
absolutely.
you know what I mean?
We'll see what they do with the third and final leaderboard, if I am going to grind on that or if I'm just going to step back, like you're saying, and be a little more passive with it and rent out my time wardens. I will say, Reptar and I were talking earlier today. If you're going to rent right now, the most bang for your buck is the common time wardens. A common time warden. I'm making these numbers up from memory here, but just to illustrate a point, a common time warden, you can buy it for $650, which I understand not everybody has, but you can rent it for what was the floor? $165 a month.
Let me check real quick.
But an uncommon was like, $700 or $900, something like that. So Filski says 154 for a lunar, which is the common. What's the step it up, Filski, to the uncommon? What's it currently renting for?
158, and then rare is 169.
Right,
Nice.
$4. Listen to this: 154 for a common, 158 for an uncommon that costs $900 instead of $600.
And then 200 for Astral, which is legendary.
A legendary is renting for.
So,
stupid. Yeah, with a Conflagrant Forge too, so it's like a double legendary thing for $200.
Ron, what's up, Ron?
and that's the thing, guys. Right now, the point he's making is right now the economy is very unbalanced and it's very out of whack. We knew this was going to happen, and this was basically going to, as they balance it, think of a teeter-totter. It's going to be lopsided to one side or the other as they continue to balance it. So there are tons of opportunities for you guys to kind of arbitrage these in a way.
Yeah,
like these different deals,
and my point there is, look, if you want to rent a time warden, don't buy a more expensive time warden because they're only renting for $5 more than the cheapest one.
Exactly.
And like a legendary, would you say range? It was renting for 200.
Somebody right now listed it for 200 with a.
And what do they cost? $1,600, $1,700, $1,400. So
$14.
it's just.
Yeah. It's pretty sad because I rented mine a couple months ago for $800.
Right.
And now they're a quarter of that, and I don't.
So and part of that is like Reptar saying we're in the late stages of alpha testing. We're not even to beta testing yet. So they're still tinkering with stuff. And yeah, I would imagine people are getting a little bored with playing the same dungeons over and over again. Really, the only thing going on right now is the leaderboards, and that's kind of dominated by the whales. And I mean, that like you could, I've been crafting my butt off. I wanted to say this, Scorpion, you'll appreciate this. So I did in their latest crafting thing where you only have to use 2 weapons to get the next tier. I've managed to craft a legendary sword. Here's the beautiful part of it. So I was crafting it and I was rolling my mod chips, and I got a 25% less big time token, right? So that's, 25% savings. It's 500 big time tokens to craft a legendary. One roll was 25% off. The other one was quad left. 100% off big time token. It
Oh
cost me
my
0 big
God.
time tokens to craft a legendary.
Excellent.
And that's the thing, guys. Like it really isn't all about like farm token.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
we need that Twitch link.
Yeah, here, I'll drop it right now. And that's the thing, like I kind of am one of those people. Like I wanted to just farm the token, which is fine. Like you should be able to do that if that's what you want to
Thank
do.
you, Ash.
But you can't always, it's not always going to be profitable to do that. Sometimes you're going to make way more money doing other things.
You haven't turned your stream on yet, Reptar. Yeah, it's we try and pay attention, and we try and talk about it a lot here as far as what we're doing. We'll see. Like I said, I'm going to look hard at the third leaderboard and see what the process is, and if it makes more sense to either rent out some of my stuff or even sell it, because it's it. I could sell a legendary Time Warden and get 2 or 3 commons and then rent them. So
Shit, I could totally do that.
so I mean it's
Well, that's the thing, guys. Like and I, especially with these games, it's not just big time in general. Like you gotta really play it like a real economy, because it is a real economy. Like things are gonna keep fluctuating, and if the advantage that we all have is that we have a large group of people doing this and figuring this out. We're not like the big time gurus who figured out everything. Like we talk to a lot of other whale players and other guilds and stuff, and they're noticing these things too. So it's like if we just kind of share this information with everybody and just like help each other out, there's so much money to be made here, and like that's what's awesome about it.
yep, and this is just one project, and I'm hopeful that after the third leaderboard we get maybe a little downtime. I'm expecting them at some point to wipe everyone's progress, and they've said they'll reset everyone's characters. Now, any items that you've crafted, any anything that you've purchased, like the lattice or any of the stuff any of the materials that you have to buy, you keep those. Anything that you've actually bought with money, you're going to keep or crafted. All your NFTs, all your weapons, all your armor. Um, those don't go away when they reset your character, but they are going to reset the characters for whenever we get to public beta or launch or whatever they're doing next. They will wipe the characters. I see a DJ in the chat. DJ. So we'll keep an eye on Big Time. We're also, as you know, we're keeping an eye on Phantom Galaxies. Jiro, who is our favorite Canadian, our second favorite Canadian since Ron is here. But Jiro is working his freaking butt off, so he's not here as much as he would like to be. But he is our Twitter guy, and he's also playing. Oh, Ash, I didn't know you were Canadian. Awesome. You guys are awesome. We love
Howdy.
Canadians. Oh, exclamation point play. I forgot. So yeah,
Yeah, guys,
Jiro
get in there.
is playing, like he said, he's playing Phantom Galaxies every day. I know, Scorch, you're tearing it up still, I assume.
What game?
Phantom Galaxies.
Oh yeah, I finished the elite track like days ago. I'm posting. I have gotten maxed out. I am at my spaceship is at 10 out of 30, which I heard is max. And one of my characters is now 10 out of 30, which is max. And I got my 25 Astra for it, so I'm done the elite
Yeah, I was going to
line.
ask how much Astro were you able to gain?
It's only a profit of 5, and I did write to them and hopefully promote increasing that. It's the only way to earn AstroPerk currently because the planets you can't do anything with. So I'm like, could you up the prize? Because all I'm going to do with these winnings is hold them till the game becomes more active.
Right.
But I put a word in. I don't know what's going to come out of it.
How's your series mission going? You got to be getting close to
That
done,
is
right?
complete. As a matter of fact, tomorrow, you already got your planet, right, Jason?
I haven't gotten my second one. I still have 5 weeks.
Okay. It looks as though when you complete the last mission, the very next week, they give you your free planet.
Let's go.
Tomorrow night, I should be getting my free small asteroid.
Outstanding.
Nice job,
Well
guys.
done.
That's awesome.
Yes, thank you. And I don't know if I told you guys, I put an auction out, I think last week I told you, I spent like 120 or something to get another small asteroid that previously I spent 354.
Nice.
So Scorchman, how much is it, like we're talking about like planets and asteroids, and for those people who don't know, how much are a planet and an asteroid worth right now?
All right. When they had the sale, I was around 350 for the small asteroid. Currently, you can get them in the area of 150 to 200 for a small asteroid, maybe less if you're lucky. I waited 3 or 4 weeks to finally get this one. And I had put a bid on it about the same amount. I went from 0.04 to 0.05, and that got me the sale. Even their large asteroid Gen 1s, I think they've sold for as low as 300 or 400. They were going for 1,000 when they had the planet sale, over 1,000.
Yeah, the floor right now on this is just mint passes, not on already minted. The small asteroid mint pass, I see where your offer got accepted at 0.05 there. The floor is 0.07 for a small asteroid mint pass, which means you take the pass and you convert it, and it generates your own small asteroid.
Random planet. As a matter of fact, I got to go look at my planet. I forgot that it renders.
Scorch, you won again.
Woo!
What? Huh?
Huh?
I'm in the
Are you
middle
not
of.
paying attention?
I'm in the middle of trying to get the my MetaMask address for you to send me stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, thank you.
congratulations, Scorchman, for the third win of the night.
My
Rigged.
record's 4. Can I beat it?
Packet's like, what the fuck? Don't worry, guys. We have plenty more prizes
Yeah.
to give away. I'm waiting for my $50 worth of Solana to clear, and if it doesn't tonight or later tonight or whatever, I'm just gonna randomly come into general chat and I'm gonna start tipping and just dropping. So you guys will know it's gonna happen. So be ready for when it does.
Well, everybody that's been here with us a long time knows we don't limit how many times you can win. I think the record. What's your record? 5?
I think it's 5.
Yeah.
and that works.
I won like 4 discs and then something else in one night.
Yeah. And Hackett, not Hackett, Henny had 5 as well, right?
Yeah,
Henny.
I'm not gonna talk about him.
I think Range and Henny are tied for most wins in a single game night.
What I win for this Rumble? I mean, sorry, marbles.
Oh, we're
Another
doing
blueprint?
we're doing blueprints until Reptar's
Okay.
until Reptar Solana comes through. DJ, are you on the stage? I see you. That's where we
Did
need
I
a
just
soundboard.
Disconnect?
Nope.
No, I didn't.
Here.
We're
That was so weird. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, we're giving DJ a second to. Oh, exclamation point play in the Twitch chat.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, sorry, I'm arguing with
Sorry,
the.
I'm
Well, I'm
here,
not
guys.
arguing.
There he is.
DJ!
Everyone
What's
has
happening?
been bugging us about where's DJ in the regular DGen chat like for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, everybody is
when
when DJ
DJ?
in the chat.
When DJ? DJ is here.
That's too funny. So what's going on? If you need some Solana, I can just do Solana something, but it's usually fast.
No,
He's
dude,
trying to
like,
do it on the tip bot.
I didn't
Oh.
screw up either. I sent funds to the tip bot, to the address that it told me to, and I do it all the time. And I never have an issue. And normally it'll be like, oh, your thing has been confirmed, and it'll be available in this, and just nothing came up. It never.
What are you
said
gonna
anything.
drop? So Labrador?
No, I was gonna drop Solana. I sent
Oh, wow.
half. I sent
Regular
half a
Solana.
full.
Yep.
That's cool. Are you gonna get your airdrop for? I think the airdrop opens today for Labrador. If you got those NFTs,
I
that were
did.
free.
I'm getting that too, actually, but I don't understand why I never got my Solana.
Yeah, it'll
And
come through, man.
No. I know, but it's never usually this slow, like on Tipbot. But I don't know.
Shit, my computer wants to update. I don't want to do that.
No.
Dude, I'm so bad at this. You're like, I know you're here. I'm like trying to go like onto my phone and unmute, but I was like trying to get onto the computer. Oh my goodness.
That's
So
good.
what's the big talk about? The Bitcoin ETF or
Nah.
game night? What's up?
Nothing's happened today.
yeah.
Nothing important. Nothing at all.
I know, right?
Nothing. No.
Feels like we've been in here forever, and everyone's like, when Bitcoin ETF, and then bam, Bitcoin ETF.
Oh wait, nope. Scam. We got hacked. No, you
Oh,
didn't.
yeah, we've
You
been
released
hacked.
it on purpose just to see what would happen.
Right? Did you
We
see
got
that yesterday?
hacked.
Huge,
Shut up.
just spike up and then big sell off. So
No,
I don't know. I
no
think
one
the
believes they
Southern
got
News could
hacked.
still be out there, you know. I don't know.
Oh, you know,
But now-
it's just the government playing a little prank.
But now everyday people have exposure to Bitcoin like really easily, right?
Yep.
So that's a big plus.
What I don't understand though, and you know what, DJ, maybe you'd be the perfect person to explain this. Because I don't get it. Like I understand that maybe they'll make it simple and it's like safer or whatever, but like why would you go and buy the ETF when you can just buy the crypto direct? Like what is the difference and why is it
Basically,
so
it's just the easiness of it. Say you already have like myself, I have a Fidelity trading account. You just open it up and you put in the new Bitcoin ETF ticker symbol. Like today, I went in there. I made a video. I dropped it in team chat. I didn't put it in general chat or game night, but I'll drop it so you could see. Like on a major investment platform, you type it in, boom, it comes up, and you can buy it. It wasn't eligible to buy it today, but it's on the platform. So people are thinking that you might be able to buy the ETF as soon as tomorrow morning. You know, maybe even in pre-market.
For those that don't know, what is an ETF?
It's a fund basically. So instead of buying the actual Bitcoin, so instead of going on Coinbase or Binance or whatever you have and just buying Bitcoin, right? You just buy the spot ETF. So you get direct exposure to the digital asset, which is in this case Bitcoin. So they could buy the product that tracks the price of Bitcoin through the same mechanism they already use to buy and sell the bond, right? The fund. So this eliminates the burden of management to holding the Bitcoin and typically involves like maintaining a cold storage wallet or safeguarding your investment. Like you don't want to do any of that. You just want to go buy the spot ETF. Boom,
Yeah, but
you have exposure to crypto.
The reason people would want to do that, or the reason this is, I guess, beneficial for those of us that hold Bitcoin is because does this
You can't get taken from you. It can't get jacked from your wallet. You know?
but does the ETF require the big guys to hold?
Yeah, so that's where the people think that the buying pressure is going to come from. JC obviously is
There's
making the point there that some big stuff's going to come into the market, right? There's billions and billions of dollars on the sideline in like retail. So you have to think about how much money is really going to enter the market, right? So for a week, we've seen Bitcoin look pretty unstoppable. And then Gary Gensler actually came out and said something I thought was positive, where he said, you know, a tweet where he said, a real tweet, you know, if you're going to consider investing in crypto, check this out. And they went on to talk about the volatility, right? The people that are fraudsters that are involved in cryptocurrency, like scammed. So some people thought that was an early sign preparing, you know, the broader U.S. market, obviously, because crypto is like frowned upon in the U.S., that the ETF will get accepted. And then 2 days later it happened. I think it was like 30, I read 30 million people saw that tweet, right? So, just more exposure to retail. And the retail has money just in their account ready to buy. And they didn't have it before. And now BTC is just available to them. So that's pretty big for the broader market.
No, I 100% agree. And what's really interesting too is you know, as much as we hate, these kind of centralized projects and like, the big guys coming into crypto, like we need it and we need that money.
Here, let me see if I can drop that video I made earlier in chat. Everybody could see it if they want. Here,
Yeah.
it's
No,
it's
for
like a
sure.
53-minute or 53-second video. Nothing crazy, obviously.
53 minutes.
I'm sorry,
So-
53 seconds.
So
But it just
DJ,
shows me going in
No,
there
no,
and
go
putting in I put in HODL for the HODL, right, which is the Van Eck. I put in ARK B, which is the Bitcoin ARK Invest Fund. They both
That's,
showed up.
what's that lady's name? Kathleen.
Kathy Woods.
Kathy Woods.
I like stuff that she does. I follow what she trades and buys, and so she's pretty good.
And she's been a Bitcoin maxi for years.
She thinks Bitcoin's going to be worth like $1 million. And she's very interesting to listen to, like her use case scenario, and
Yeah.
she knows really a lot about the technology, and like she has a whole team, that researches this kind of stuff. She's a big deal. And she makes a case for $1 million Bitcoin, but not by like 2050. And she always, in my opinion, shoots high. But I mean, some of her funds, definitely outperform the market. And then what was nice today is you see Bitcoin, peaking up, right? And there's usually a lag, before there's a bump in the altcoins. But
dude, ETH
Bitcoin's been
ripped
running, right? And
today.
ETH pumped today. We're 200% up from the bottom, basically, on Bitcoin, right? From the time when in this Discord we were telling people,
are we 300 up for in?
we're not going to 10K, and everyone's like 10K. That was the bottom. It bottomed out. We knew that because the crypto
DJ's
cycle
calling the bottom. Let's go.
and the
He's like,
amount of
"This is
time.
it."
Seriously, the winter typically lasts. It's achieved bottoms in the past where there's really bad news, right? We got FTX just killed it. All those things, they came into alignment. We dropped to 15, quickly recovered back to the 20 area, gave us a clear, solid signal that the move was down and it was over. Things changed, but then that's the weird thing now, right? So the spot ETF comes out, gets approved. We're up 205% from that number earlier. And, you have to feel that the opposite now. We're probably near the top. But
So
all the new
DJ
money's coming in, right? But all the new money's coming in. So people are like, we're going to push up.
Yeah. And I definitely expect to see maybe some profit taking, maybe before the halving. But I definitely agree. I think we're in exciting territory.
I think if we get to 50 and we get
What?
52, we're right under those numbers right now. So
What?
the spot
I saw this
ETF could see a final gap up, maybe.
All right. So DJ's calling the top. You heard it.
Here, I'm going to drop a picture. I'm going to draw a picture in here. I'm not calling the top, but I'm going to tell you what's happening, right?
He's gonna call the top
I'll get
guys.
DJ in trouble.
So
here.
Yeah, here, let's see.
What
Ooh.
were you saying my name for? It's like
Oh, no, this is a
something I
snack
said.
chart. I got to get rid of this chart. How do you get rid of this? I put a snack chart in chat. That's not even the right
Hang
chart.
on, I'll delete it.
Oh, that's not, yeah, but look at that. Look at Sneck, guys. See, DJ's a DJ at heart, guys. He's doing TA on Sneck right now.
Right, yeah.
TA on a
Not
meme
financial
coin.
advice on a meme coin. Holy smokes. So
Dude, it's
here's basically what I'm saying, right? We're up 200% on the weekly. Look at that chart on the weekly. See, or I've got it drawn on the left. We got
That's
48K here on the right.
300%.
Exclamation point play.
Yeah.
Hit the play button. And then this next chart, guys, is important here because right here, the spot ETF gets approved, right? We could maybe see the final push up. And these are the numbers that you're going to want to watch, obviously, for rejection. Nobody knows. I'm not saying other influencers are saying, oh, we're going to see the classic, buy the rumor, sell the news. Because that's a lot of people are talking about that, right? But I'll draw out one whole reason that this story is super interesting. And the investment firms and all of their clients, right, that currently can't own Bitcoin. Like we're talking about, they want to own Bitcoin. So they keep buying it and they buying it. So now it's being opened up, right, to them. And then smart money, they can take their initial position now. But smart money is going to sell into that, right? Because billions and billions of dollars are going to come in. So you could argue that, it's not the typical buy the rumor, sell the news, but that when you get up against these areas of resistance, that's where you got to pay attention, right? So 52K is coming up in this next chart. Has that been priced in? Are those buyers that get access to the new Bitcoin, right? Do they become motivated sellers, right? Maybe they start to liquidate a little bit of this Bitcoin they were buying down here. They're up big, is my point. People are going to take profits in these certain areas.
Well, but only the people. What's the volume look like down here at the bottom of the chart here? Like
so
back when we were
huge
down at
volumes
15.
coming in.
No, I mean down at 15. Were there
yeah.
a lot
Yeah,
of
the
people
buying volume was
buying?
huge. Yeah, there's big buying volume down there. Look at the big spikes if you could see those charts, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. If there's not a lot of people selling, then it doesn't take a lot to move the price.
Right, but I'm saying right now is if you don't
Oh
see
yeah,
it in this region here,
yeah,
where we have strong structural resistance, and that's what I want you to understand. Well, not everybody, but that this is the area where you got to watch it because it's going to give you information on what's going to happen next, basically. And it takes a ton of volume to go through these structural gap areas that I drew in these charts, right? Because there's just tons of buys and sells and it's an area of resistance that if you're to get above this, it could really cause us to spring higher because there's nothing in between above it, right? But the next range down is kind of where we're at. So it's either,
if we, where
it
do you
breaks through
think,
structurally.
if we reject off of 48, where do you think we go?
I think it retreats and it makes, right, it goes to an area that's likely what we could be seeing, a simple price action, right?
Yeah, I mean, do you think
also
we reject down to the 40s, like low 40s, or do you think we get down to 38 maybe, or?
I mean, I think that would be like the low.
Yeah.
And then so here's another indicator too. I'll drop this into the chart, hit the game. I don't know if people are hitting the game or not. If we're playing a game.
Yeah,
or do you think this is boring? I don't know. Play the game. And here's one more chart, right? So this is on the weekly, and this is an easy picture where it's coming up into that last chart I show you, 52.48. It's running at the top end of these bands right here. See those on the top?
Yeah.
And that's an indicator. At TradingView, you can actually click it on. It's called the Watson envelope, and it's typically related to oversold as well as the Bollinger Bands, on the weekly time frame, and it's giving us a sell signal on the top here, right? Because we're outside the band.
I see your sell signals there.
So we're outside the band, right? So there's a likely move to come back to the moving average in that zone. So we got to be aware too. And then the RSI, I got an RSI chart to put in here, and it shows you a bearish divergence. I'll post that next.
What is that, the 50 and the 200? Do I remember that right? The RSI is the 50 and the 200 moving averages?
On this one, for simple RSI, and it measures the momentum, right? Or the change in momentum, either to the up or downside, and there's been a change in that momentum. You can see it on this chart, right? So it's called the bearish divergence. Okay. When the momentum up is not as strong as it has been lately in the last couple of weeks or months on the chart, even though the price action's higher, the momentum is up in the top of the range. It's simple volume, and it means we're moving up on a less strong pace, right? So visually, the rocket takes off and we're at the peaking.
I'll be interested to see how that holds in line. Because, I mean, having a spot ETF that all of these fund management groups, it allows them to buy Bitcoin and offer it as a part of their, I mean, for lack of a better term, as a part of their, like a mutual fund, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're buying a fund. You're buying, mutual funds. You're buying a fund.
You're buying it. You can have their Bitcoin stock as part of your portfolio, and so I mean that's
it in your Fidelity or whatever.
That's unique to this point in crypto, and so it could blow up the traditional chart performance, but it may not. So it'll be interesting to see.
And what I do think is really going to give us that absolute blow off top, and DJ's brought this up many times, but I I only know about this because I was actively involved in Bitcoin mining for a while. And that is that the halving is also coming
Oof.
soon.
Oof.
So what you're gonna have is you're gonna have right now you have a demand for it, but then there's about to be a
half
supply
as much
shock.
new supply.
Yeah. So and then Ice is saying this in the chat right now. It's a very good point as well. They're also going to start cutting rates back, and DJ's been talking about this as well. He talked about when they started tapering off rates and when they had raised rates, and things were going to get rough for a while. It's exactly what happened, and now they're
Right.
going to ease off.
And
So
some of those treasuries we talked about in the channel are friggin' up nice too. So
yeah, like you're going to see a huge
you got to hedge the stuff.
shock, and then you're going to see a huge demand for it. So I think it's going to be really, it's going to be really fun this next year. Like I'm really excited. Filsky, get it, yeah.
Filsky, all right. I'm just afraid it's going to break the regular cycle, and then this is going to fuck it up or something. Like not fuck it up, but I don't know. I'm just really interested in this next area because it's like Ice was saying in the chat. I got to get back to the chat. What was he saying? That might not be a typical cycle.
Yeah.
So yeah, super cycle. I'm just reading that right now. I got back here.
So stepping back,
that's dream, right?
Right.
Like what if it goes way past? Like everyone uses the market cap of gold to kind of compare against crypto. Like what happens if
and after the gold ETF, it just friggin' went nuts.
Yeah, like what happens if Bitcoin actually like has more than gold does in like maybe the next 5 to 10 years? You know what I mean? So it's like the price could theoretically go. I'm not saying it would, but I'm just saying like in the long term, it can theoretically go a lot higher than even we're predicting for some of the stuff. And yeah, like Ice is saying, it could be a super cycle where we see some of the biggest gains that we really just didn't expect. And I actually am along the camp and the theory that like this could be like one of the last really big cycles. Yeah, there won't be. I don't think it's gonna be as volatile anymore, and I think it's gonna.
Yeah, it's definitely going to stabilize. I've heard a lot of people say this could be the last big cycle, like with really big outperforming gains. And
I think we across the board.
Not that it wouldn't still outperform in the future for a bit, but
oh sure, but it's like, we make the internet analogy for we've made that for so long about how we're in the dial-up phase, or we're in the we're still in the AOL phase or whatever, but
those are before my time, you boomer.
Yeah, it's called Gen X. You little millennial punk. We're not boomers.
He's like Gen Alpha. He's like even young.
I'm not. No, I'm 22. I'm not a Gen Alpha. I'm not a Gen X.
I don't even know what those generations
Taylor
are.
Swift over here feeling 22. But
yeah, barely drink.
I know that.
But here's the thing, like, we had the .com boom in the 90s, which I understand, Range, you don't know what that means. The late 1900s for all us old people. But we had the .com boom where a bunch of things made a lot of money.
Yeah, and if you pick the right ones, man.
You didn't have to pick the one. You could throw your money at 10, and a couple of them would hit. That's kind of where we are now, right? Like you can throw your money at all kinds of stuff right now, and they're probably going to hit.
Stay at outpace gains in the top 20 or 30 coins. Those are pretty safe swings.
But you're not. Maybe after this run, you're going to have to catch the Google or the Amazon to make the huge gains. You're not.
Because now it's taken out of the hands of retail, right? Because the big investment banks they're coming in, right? They're buying into it. Yeah, the Larry Finks of the world, and Jamie Dimons. These guys are the biggest people in traditional finance.
Yeah, and I just think that there's a chance that, obviously, in this space as we continue to grow, it's kind of neat to look at it from a step back from the, oh man, I really hope I get that Jenny Wealth.
Jenny Wealth.
Jenny.
Where's Jenny? So I saw an article.
Guys, if you don't know what Jenny Wealth is, oh my god, dude, it's so funny because it's such a new meme that it's not even on the internet yet. Like if you Google Jenny Wealth,
it's not on the internet yet.
No,
dude,
it's just in the meme. It's just in the meme coin realm right now.
It only
We should find a way
exists
to
in,
like trademark Jenny
Bitcoin.
Wealth, dude.
Yeah, dude. A couple other projects have used it, but it only exists in like the Discord, meme
DJs.
coin space. Like
It's
it's not
becoming
even.
big. Like Cardano's going through a big Jenny Wealth thing right now
Yeah.
in their
Dude,
discords.
What,
I
Of
just-
launching coins every week.
Ethereum name? Is it Ethereum name service?
Oh, the ENS.
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 Yeah.
You could, but anyway,
There's a good one that came on Solana.
my whole point in that diatribe was right now everything, you can throw money at any project, and if you just time it right, you're going to make some money. But
Yeah,
I think
so.
Ice's point is valid, is that this might be the last chance for that, to be like, okay,
Big ones.
yeah, you can just you don't have to find Google. You can just find any project, and out of 100 projects, 10 or 15 are going to hit. You don't have to find the one like you will as the whole ecosystem matures, and it's really
Right. And if you follow the ones, this big money, it's not like they just came in on the sideline. I mean, they studied and they know what to
They've been
expect.
studying
They know
for
the cycles. They
12
know how to manipulate
years.
it because
Yeah.
they have all the money. And that's a strange thing to me with the Bitcoin is I think it's really important is that someone is behind the scenes, right? Pulling the strings, and
Yeah.
we don't fully understand.
Dude,
So you have to watch and see
BlackRock
these points. They might dox fucking. They're trying to. Did you see they sent the Bitcoin to the Genesis wallet? Where the first ever Bitcoin was created, and it's owned by Satoshi Nakamoto. You guys know the story. So they sent funds to it, right? The story is the SEC sent funds to it, and speculation could be that he would have to like move the funds or send the funds or something so they could find out Satoshi's identity. Because they just passed a new act in the IRS, for crypto stuff because they're passing an ETF, right? So they're gonna.
I say they're going to
swing
have
at
to. They're going to
regulating
have
it
to generate
hardcore.
some regulations there.
Yeah, so they're gonna tie that into legislation, and see if they can dox. You know what I mean? They're gonna try to dox Satoshi Nakamoto somehow, and attempt to force him to legally reveal, who he is.
That's funny.
They can't just fucking hack him. But if he moves something out of that first wallet ever that's never ever been used, they're gonna find out who this guy is, man. The United States government is doing this because they want to control it.
They want,
and
well,
the
they want
IRS
the revenue.
will try to. Yeah, the IRS is going to try to potentially reveal, who he is and how many, huge amounts of money that he owes. Excuse me, that
Well,
he
here's the
owes.
thing: if he's not a U.S. citizen, they can pound sand.
Yeah, that'd be
Dude,
crazy,
that's
right?
the crazy thing, right?
That
What
would be.
if
He'd be like,
he's
"Oh my
Chinese?
god, he's
What
from.
if he's Canadian?
He's
Like
Canadian.
Giro? What if it's Giro?
It's Ron and Giro,
Oh
and
my god,
No.
Hero all along.
If he was
He's-
Canadian, he'd say sorry for holding on for it for so long.
he just
Yeah.
works a regular power
I'd
plant
say
job. He's a
sorry.
billionaire.
Shoot.
No,
but it's
but
it's
that's
really
the
neat to
crazy
consider
thing.
that we are living through a time where the fundamentals of money and how we exchange value is changing.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts,
And
man.
it's really a fascinating thing to watch. I know we're all trying to make our Jenny Wealth, like the thing here says, but
Jenny Wealth!
stepping back from the
Do you have a
top
Jenny
down.
Wealth meme, Reptar?
Yeah, he's got one in there. But just
I'm gonna put
stepping
one in
back
there, I
on
think.
a top down view is really cool to be like, man, this could be a major historical shift in how the planet Earth does money.
Well, that's the biggest thing though, is that as of this time, our generation, we've seen
Oh,
a
pickle.
change in so much. Look at what cell phones came out when I was just going into high school. The old Nokia bricks.
Yep, that was
And
my
now-
freshman year of college.
Those phones have come a
Computer-
long way, man.
Computers go from sending rocket ships into being the size of a whole room for one computer to put through like 12 megabits of information to now terabytes upon terabytes on a cell phone.
And they get faster and bigger and every year.
Dude, somebody was
Our-
playing Resident Evil 4
Oh,
on
that's
an
four.
iPhone 15.
That's 4 for Scorchman.
Oh, what the fuck, Scorch?
Our lifetime, we're seeing so many
Sorry.
advancements compared to previous lifetimes.
Shane
and
Gunn, I
that-
can play the new Assassin's Creed on my iPhone, right?
Dude, it's insane.
I'm so
Yeah,
late.
it's
I'm late to the
insane.
fucking party.
Nope.
No,
If you're in
but
here, if you're
No,
watching this video, we're all
I'm about ready
early.
to drop in.
Oh,
I'm
you meant
about
the
ready to
game
drop
night.
into the funnel.
I was like, we're all still early to the crypto world.
So, DJ, I don't know if you know about this. You might have checked chat earlier, but I think you're going to be particularly bullish on this. So guess what? Well, late night when we had our meeting, we kind of agreed to put some of the money into the radium pool.
Ooh, that's right, guys. Here's your alpha. What did we do with that 10 alluvium?
Woo! So,
You
we
bet that shit.
obviously, we get into a lot of degen stuff and like DeFi, but essentially what we did is we set up a few liquidity pools and different kinds for Radium, which is the biggest DEX on Solana, which is like the newest thing that we've added to our account for the community pool. Like you guys know, we have a lot of different projects that we've already invested in. Obviously, Alluvium is one of them. That's where those rewards came from. We're also really invested in like HBAR and some other really big projects like Avalanche, you guys know. And then some other smaller projects and games like Shrapnel, Big Time, Alluvium. We're setting up the things. We have the playable node running. We're setting up some things with Seedify, which if you guys don't know, it's like an ICO for gaming coins, like early access. Shrapnel
I'm
is
super
another
pumped about all that. Sorry, I was on mute. And the Solana Radium, that's going to be awesome. I love Solana DeFi. That's freaking going to be awesome for us.
So if you look at the chart last night, DJ, when we bought it, I scooped it at $1.07. That's when we put that in.
Oh
And,
wow, that was a great dip on Radium.
dude, I know I was amazed because it was just almost at like $2. It was at $2, but
Right.
the
You
reason
see
this
Solana maybe come back. Radium is, Solana pulled back a little bit. Radium pulled back a lot. So the altcoin is, more volatile. But yeah, nice entry.
yeah, and it was honestly it was on a fluke. Like we just got it. The
It was
timing
just good
was
timing.
Yep.
Yep, really, it was perfect timing. So we just we talked with some of the other guys. I know you guys were busy last night, but yeah, we got that set up. And if you guys don't know, like DJ's been really bullish on Radium for a long time and Solana. I was a little hesitant of Solana in the beginning, but the reason I bring this up now after all the ETF talk is unfortunately, yeah, DJ's right. Like they want to take control over everything, but at the end of the day, the money is going to go into what they want it to. And like Solana's another one of those projects that has
Right.
the money behind
And like
it.
JC was, saying, there's a couple still good ones out there, that money's going to flow into. Google is hosting things on Solana, like just like these big companies are doing things on Hedera, and big companies, big money, ETF. Who gets approved next? Oh, maybe ETH gets an ETF. That's already rumored. It was up freaking 10% today, outperforming.
Yeah, because they know
super
it's
safe
coming.
coin.
Yep. And
In my
and
opinion.
that's the thing. Like we're setting up all of these things for the community pool early before all this stuff happens. Playable is another awesome thing that we were excited to get into early just because like these are coins for the next cycle. Like those are the ones that are really going to kind of perform the most. And we really want to get into these ecosystems like IMX, obviously. Avalanche is another cool one. That's probably the next thing we're going to be focusing on setting up is like some kind of liquidity farming.
Yeah, I think
For
Avalanche has got some nice things, just like, Solana and Radium. I think we're, going to kind of probably look in the same route, Avalanche and Trader Joe or something. Something easy with good exposure.
Yeah, and I'm kind of burying the lead right now, guys, because the whole reason we're doing this is because the APYs are disgusting. They obviously fluctuate, and you kind of gotta pay attention to a lot of what you're doing. Can you guys get into this?
Yeah, you got to pay attention, man.
What are we
Yeah.
getting into?
Oh, hold on here.
All of it?
Let's see if you guys can get it. It's in the It's giving me the error again. Last time I tried to do this, this is what it did.
It did not
Like,
like
it
you trying
wasn't.
to play this game.
If you see this screen, there's connection with the game backend. Please tell us about it at error@spaceflower.de. It's not even showing up on your screen.
Yeah, on your Twitch, we got a nothing.
Oh,
Online, but no game.
But I think for the
broadcast.
next year, like you're gonna see some pretty
There it is.
choppy ups and downs, even with Bitcoin, man, with just everything going on. I think it's gonna be like pretty, like Reptar said, pretty fun.
All right, so what's the command? Is it play or join or what is it?
that's the thing. It wasn't populating last time.
You know, what if Gary Gensler comes after, you know, some altcoins after he approves, you know, ETFs? What if he freaking tries to be a prick and hammer them down or something? I think there's gonna be a ton of volatility in the market.
Hey, have you
He's
heard
not just gonna
anything
be
about
like, It's
XRP?
not gonna be like, oh, it's just over.
Click there to enable the extension.
Is this the murder bears?
No, this is the race game. Like, I don't know why this is doing this because we've played this a bunch.
Somebody was telling me they wanted me to buy a horse racing game or something, some kind of horse racing game on crypto. You ever hear of that?
Yeah, actually, I've heard of forgot what it was on. I think it's actually on
Run.
Oh,
Zed,
Zed Run, I
Zed.
heard of, yeah. That's
Um,
not this one. This is something different.
Range, do you want to do Murder Bears? Is that cool to you if you're at your computer? Because
I'm at my
again,
computer,
I gotta
yeah,
figure
that's
out why
fine.
that game's not working. We need to
Oh,
do
I think
some.
it's called D-Race, maybe.
Erase these nuts.
Got him!
He's nuts.
Yachty.
I love that soundboard.
Oh, that's super funny.
So the only
Oh my
XRP news I heard was that XRP and AVAX were being added to Grayscale's management firm for
I'm not gonna
tokens.
lie. I want XRP to go.
XRP is just lagging around, dude.
Yeah,
I
I
think it's
traded
gonna
out.
rip, but my
You could
problem
still
with
buy
XRP
XRP right now and be like, I think it's kind of cheap. I mean, you know, not dirt cheap, but it's definitely affordable. You know,
Well,
and I
that's-
think it's gonna do it. Just I feel like it's not doing much, but it should. One
So
day it's just gonna pump like crazy or something.
to
These
me,
nuts.
like I think what's gonna happen is like I mean it's obviously just gonna absolutely rip at some point, but you can't do anything with XRP, to be honest. It's boring. Like it really is kind of just like Bitcoin. Like you just hold it and you wait for it to go
Right.
up. Like there's so much that you can do with these different
And like, is the
projects.
Swift banking system really going to take that over and use it, or they're just going to keep on doing their own thing? I mean, I don't know.
Well, Swift already partnered with XDC.
That's why I don't know. I'm kind of down on XRP, but I still hold it.
I sold
I
off
don't
about
know.
half my supply to other stuff like, let's see, sold near, Injective,
Injective is friggin' on fire.
Yeah, right.
a couple of those other ones just because I think they have a bigger
SEI.
upside. IMX.
Yeah, all the IMX is over $2. I think when I saw it, I looked. I was like, holy shit! I hadn't looked
Dude,
at it.
IMX is I'm so bullish on IMX. I'm just looking at like I mean it's still really low and it's a layer 2 on ETH.
There's
And
Range's Twitch,
heard-
guys. Join Range's
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah, I mean it's just I'm
looking at it.
definitely
It's 19 right now. I was like, holy crap! I haven't looked at it in a while, but crazy, man. But this month it's only up 17%. But for the year,
Exclamation
350.
point, join everybody. DJ, get in here too, so you don't say, "Oh, I gotta join" when there's 5 seconds left.
Where am I supposed to go?
The Twitch.
Oh, Twitch. But I got to do
Just
that on my
like
mobile phone.
exclamation
Hang
Yeah.
on. I'm on the
No, you
computer right now.
don't. You can do it on your computer.
And then it disconnects me from Discord and things get all fucked up.
Yeah, just don't play. You can't win anyway.
I want to play. What do I put in there? Exclamation point something?
Join.
Open
Exclamation
app.
point,
I'm sorry.
join.
Open app. Do 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 do.
Yes,
Do, 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 do,
I got a
do,
nice
do, do.
entry on ICP, on IMX, on SEI.
ICP has been ripping too. Holy
Dude,
smokes!
I've already pulled my initial out on ICP and SEI.
Is anybody else
Wow,
getting Echo?
nice, man. That sounds good, man.
Probably.
I'm not getting Echo.
I wish I
Yeah,
would have
it was
bought some of
probably- It was
those, man.
probably me because I was streaming on Lethal Company with Renzo.
Friggin' Range.
So I had the
Go,
Uh,
Tina.
Oh, marbles. Are you doing marbles, Reptar? Is that what we're doing?
Nope.
Murder bears.
Doing boom bears.
Oh, shit. I clicked the link. It took me to Reptar.
That's the
Yeah,
wrong
sorry.
link.
The recent link. I posted my link like 6 times.
I must have clicked on the range. No, it says range. Twitch.tv. Oh, here. What do I put in there? Join?
But yeah, the
No,
returns right now
you're
are
a little
just,
late. But I'll let
I
you
made
know
it.
when you can.
Hey,
the
Sarge.
returns on like
I just got in. The game's already going.
That's what I'm
damn.
saying.
No,
I
you'll get the
stink. I
next one.
can't-
You're good.
I'm not fast enough to do any of this stuff. Give me a break.
Yeah,
That
you're,
echo-
you're like
that
everybody's
echo hurt my
granddad
brain
who takes
rage.
the selfie up the nose.
How bad
Right.
is it still echoing?
No, we're good now.
You're fine.
I have ADD, and having all that echo at one time, my brain
Like,
felt like
what echo?
corrupt.
Like this echo? This echo? What echo are we talking about?
I will stab you.
Echo
I'm not gonna
base.
talk about it. You're just gonna hear it.
Man, I just disconnected myself because I don't know what I'm doing. And I came back.
Dude.
We gotta close some of those out. Holy smokes.
But yeah, guys. So on behalf of our gains from Solana and Radium, I was gonna drop $50 to everybody in here, but the bot isn't working. I just talked to the guy in over in that chat. I posted it in the chat as response. I guess at 8 o'clock. Solana deposits, go figure, the one thing that we sent to it it went down. So we're basically just waiting to get the funds back. So I guess we're just gonna have to drop something else in the meantime.
Solana is not
stand
down.
by,
It never
Drop
goes
some
down.
BBW.
Congratulations, Ice Crypto.
Yeah, drop some of that in chat. That'd be great.
Ice.
The problem
Let's,
is,
Remember how
for
you could
some
drop
reason,
a wax NFT into the chat, like you could gift a wax NFT? That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I was-
Pickletown used to do that a bit. Oh, hey, Pumpkin King's here. Welcome in, buddy.
see, it's so
PK.
weird. Like the game night chat doesn't let the bot in here for some reason. Like it doesn't recognize it in this chat. Maybe I'll get with.
Hey, DJ, try again.
Oh, I can go now?
Yeah.
You got 30 seconds.
Where's the link?
Hang on.
On his way.
Range, does that automatically start the match after you get
Yeah,
some
it
people in, or
does.
what?
JC Hourglass or Range?
After
Any of them, they're all Range's Twitch link.
anything with the turtle.
Exclamation point, join.
Yeah. If
Bam, I did it. I'm in.
Sarge, click
Hell
on the
yeah.
Twitch link
Woo.
there, and then type exclamation point join in the
Oh,
chat.
yeah.
There he is. I see Sarge is here.
Aaron.
Pot smoker.
Pickletown, I
Let's
see.
go.
Get it.
So, Reptar, why don't you tell us about some of these APYs on Solana and Radium?
Oof.
Ooh.
They're
Well,
juicy. They're thick.
so again, they have there's a lot to manage with things like we have multiple pools for different chains as some of you guys know, but mainly we're doing some of the higher APY stuff is around like 90%. And it's like doing things like concentrated liquidity, which is kind of confusing. I'm definitely not going to try and explain it right now. But there's a lot of opportunities in DeFi right now for just holding your token on certain platforms. Some of them are really risky and some of them are less risky. So you got to be really careful with kind of stuff like that. But we are getting quite heavy APY on a lot of our holdings right now. And again, this is all funneling into the community pool. I mean, a lot of the liquidity pools that we're getting, they're anywhere between like 40% and 120%. I was looking at one of them today. Again, these percentages fluctuate.
How the fuck did I just die?
You got
Sorry,
blown up
I-
by a big old bomb, bro.
No, dude, but I had full health and I died immediately. That was some bullshit. Sorry, continue.
Am I
Reptar.
alive still or
Jigs!
no?
No, everybody's dead except
Uh,
Jigs.
That's
Sorry,
two for
I completely
Jigs.
interrupted you, Reptar. Go ahead, please.
Bullshit.
No, you guys are fine. But yeah, I just, if you guys know anything about, 90% is pretty substantial, especially with how much we have staked. And then on top of that, we'll do 2 more. Yeah, 1 more. That's good.
2 is fine.
But
2 is fine.
again, guys, when the Solana clears, I'm going to be dropping it to you guys in the chat. So if you're watching this on Twitter or whatever, you are going to have a chance to swoop in. But I'll make sure that I see all you in here. I know who was here. But yeah, guys, it's important for you guys to know kind of where some of this is coming from. But again, this is just a small piece of what we do here. We have a lot of games that we're invested in, like these NFTs that are generating quite a bit of money as well. Like, we've talked about the big time rentals, the Alluvium lands, the Phantom Galaxy planets. The Phantom Galaxy planets are huge too. Like, people don't realize how much USD value in token each one of those planets is supposed to have. Like,
Scorch,
if you do the math,
do you know the breakdown on what how much Astropher is going to be in each planet? Do you remember?
he might be AFK, but to my understanding, a small planet was going to have 30,000 Astropher, which at current prices is around $15,000 on each planet.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's a fixed supply of Astropher. So again, like, let's say, yeah, Pumpkin King.
Rip.
And that's the thing, like,
Rip.
to us, Phantom Galaxies is everything that Starship was
Should have
supposed
been.
to be and should have been, but just wasn't. So it's definitely bittersweet, but at the end of the day, like, Phantom Galaxies is a great project, and this is one that we're probably gonna, and it's really cheap for people to get into, which is the biggest thing. Like, you can get a mech for like $20.
You don't
like
you don't
have to
need a
buy.
mech to play the game.
Well, and that too, you can play it for free, and it's like, the Starship packs, they were like $50 a piece, and you needed 3 of them at minimum. So it's like, that's $150 just to get into the game. So Starship was immediately already more expensive. That's why, like, when we can get into things like Shrapnel and for free, or excuse
Rage.
me, and like, and then you think,
Did you
oh,
win,
look at
Range?
Mayor.
Yes, I did.
Good
Oh,
job,
boy.
Range. You deserve it.
Rigged.
Rigged.
Thank you.
Rigged.
Thank you. If it was rigged, I'd make myself win every time. Shut
Right.
up.
You can't do it every time. Then it'll look like you're doing it. You just do it every once in a while, so it looks natural.
All right. Do we
That'd
want to
be
do finish out with a rumble?
Yeah, I was literally just typing it.
Okay.
I want to cucumber JC.
I don't have a new bounty yet. I don't have anything to give away of any decent value.
We're gonna figure it out.
Shit, should I give something away?
Do you? I mean, you can put up
Dude,
your
this
own
sucks.
bounty.
I can't believe the tip bot was down for.
Yeah. Whoever wins this game, I'll send Ron's in the audience, right? I'll send him one of my coconuts. A coconut for the winner, too.
Nice.
Hell
Ooh.
yeah. Should I give something away? Oh, I'll give away the Keyblade.
And then just send me your
Nice.
address right away so I don't forget.
Dude, I hope I win then.
And
I hope I
Reptar
win.
can't win.
Oh.
We need a. This is for the next bounty, even though it's not worth anything, but it's cool to have.
It's $2.
All right. What? Well,
It's
how
not
do
worth
they
anything.
have to kill you, Range? And it can be in any style. I only know the classics though. So.
A snack and the sleeping bag.
Oh, we already did
A
that.
snake in the sleeping bag.
That was the first bounty for me that took a year and a half for somebody to get.
What about
Yeah.
cannibalism? Like, he has to eat somebody. Isn't that one of them? Like,
Oh, boy.
For Willie to get it, Willie says.
How are they gonna?
Willie, hey,
I don't really have anything good to give away. I just have a bunch of animated punks.
we'll.
It's
we'll-
not
we'll-
not about the
bunch of
value. It's
eggs.
about the bounty.
All right, you know what? I still have straight Solana. I'll give away $10 in Solana.
Just to the winner.
Yeah.
All right, so the winner's getting a coconut from DJ, and $10 in Solana from Reptar.
And if you guys chill in the chat, I promise the other transaction is going to go through. I know that's annoying. I kind of moved a bunch. I'm not using ETH because I don't want to pay gas, to be totally honest. And
Which
right now, a lot of it is in Solana. And
you
of
want-
course, it's the one thing that's down.
Do you want them to hang out in
Sending
here,
ADA.
or do you want them to hang out in a different chat?
I'm just saying.
Willie slipped a python into Filski's sleeping bag. We were just talking about
Nice.
it.
Oh, there's a python in there. Not good.
Oh,
So
Reptar killed.
I don't think I even hit the play button. I don't think I'm in the
Gosh.
game. Damn it.
I
I'm a
love
sneaky
that.
snake.
I mean, not
I'm a
DJ, you're so bad at this.
I don't think I'm even playing.
Reptar's back. He was faking his death. I got
Oh.
revived too. Plot armor, baby.
I died. I came. I saw you died.
That's
and
what
then
she
I
said.
I
died.
didn't even get in. I was dead before I started.
Oh, you killed Nocturnal. No.
Range spun too hard.
I'm a sneaky
I always like
snake.
the-
Did you know?
I always like the
did you know
got
the guy that
horsed.
did the- Oh, do you know the guy that did the "I'm a sneaky snake"? He
Yeah.
was part of the Wendy's Twitter thing for a while. He was the one in control of it, roasting people for a while.
Ice, did you cucumber me? Because unfortunately,
No, I want.
oh yeah,
to.
so that
That hasn't
bounty
been
was
claimed?
collected earlier tonight by Scorch.
What the shit, Scorch?
Really? That happened?
Yep.
Yep.
Wow. You cucumbered him? That wasn't out there too
Yeah,
long, I
I
guess.
just killed
No,
Scorch.
that was out there for like 6 months.
Yeah, that's a while, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't as long as the first one.
There's a cucumber there.
I want to have a cool
Golly!
bounty thing,
Oh, yeah.
but I never play, so I can't get killed.
All right. So Carly, you got to send DJ a DM immediately.
Who won,
with
Range?
No, Kalioka.
I
Kaliolika.
wish.
Holyoken? Oh, hang on one second. I gotta
With
go on mute.
your ADA address. And then also Reptar will send you some soul. There
Hey,
you go.
DJ.
Oh, Ron, update on your hot sauce. How's that coming along?
I'm gonna duck out, guys. I got an early morning.
That's
So
right.
Bye,
DJ.
JC.
let me say to everybody watching, if you're watching this now, if you're watching this on replay, thanks for showing up. If you're not in our game night, why not? You're watching us give away stuff. You could be in here winning stuff. All right. Love you guys.
Win
Hey, it was
stuff.
awesome.